Alrighty then. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in. Missing no, Dusty, Kaba, Nix, all the lurkers near and far. So, fuck. I need to mark that to do later. Twitch is like, hey, your tax interview's expired. Make sure to actually do that, eh? So. Alright. So, anyway. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's stream. I'm your host, Gilvin, and I hope you're all doing well today. Sorry for the later start than usual. I ended up having to do things today. Where the fuck is it? I don't know. So, I just want to say, again, how much I love living in this fucking city. This city is great. Today, I hopped on a train. God, the lighting is terrible. I'm really gonna have to work on that, and I'm sorry. Like I said, the office is still coming together. You know. We'll get there though. We'll get there. I promise. God, yeah. So yeah, I hopped on a train today and went cross town. Hopped on a single bus and went to a farmer's market. I can just do that. I don't need a car. I love it. I went to a farmer's market. I got to have one of the best pretzels I ever have had. One of those, big pretzels. Hey, Zoe. Got to get some of what I know are amazing sausages. Omen got to have some of the best chocolate milk she's ever had. You do look a bit tired, though, yeah. That's because I was carrying around a shitload of meat and fruit today. You know? Turns out. We managed to get some nice sausage, some nice meatloaves, butter, yeah, good stuff. But no, it's great. It's some of the best fucking food I've ever had, and I'm just so happy to actually be next to a farmer's market. It sucks not being able to drive there, because, driving, it's 20-25 minutes. Transit, a little over an hour, you know? It's definitely better to drive to, but the fact that I can just relatively easily transit there. It's fucking amazing. I basically didn't even need to check, any transit apps, because the transit in the city is well designed. You know? I just need to go, oh, okay, yeah, the one that goes out to the farmer's market goes from this train station. Got it. And it doesn't matter when I'm out there at the farmer's market. I can hop on any bus, and any bus will take you back to one of the train stations. You know? Google really tried to fuck around with me on that one when I checked out there. I'm just like, whatever, I'm just going to hop on this bus. It'll be fine. And it was fine. It took me right back to one of the transits, one of the train stations. Because every goddamn bus in this city, spokes out from the train line that goes through the middle, which is great. It's a transit spine. It works perfectly. It makes it so incredibly easy to navigate when Google's like, here are 18 ways to get home. No. Fuck you. On a side note, man, I never really realized how bad Google is for, when you need to actually do transit rides around. It's pretty bad. You look a bit tired, but... also got a shitload of fruit, berries, that are starting to get into season, raspberries and blackberries. But yeah, so let's see, where did I leave off? If I remember right, left, right, left. Yeah, training. A little bit of training. Okay. Yeah, we have need for artillery shells and food rations, which with any luck, hopefully we are getting bought. But I actually don't think are actually getting bought. So I'm going to need to start producing those before our army starts running out of supply. That's great that you're producing ammunition. We've produced enough. Yeah, I would like it if you could produce artillery shells. So in order to produce artillery shells, we need lead and chemicals. Ah, son of a bitch. It's never going to be easy, is it? So... yeah, food ration. Unfortunately, I think you still have to produce handguns for a bit longer to complete this quest, so I'll allow it. Yeah, the race for Central America. I mean, we're getting there. Hey. Nice. That's what I call a good gun and a fine bullet. I don't doubt the commander will soon be here with news of victory of the rebels. After the rain. Honor, a thing of the past. One would say that its meaning has been lost to time, but not to you. The garrison commander has arrived in your city, burning with pride. He salutes you and thanks you for your support, saying that your aid they would have been either dead or imprisoned. But now they have chased the rebels out of the region. First victory in a while. And now what's left is to stabilize the region and deal with the aftermath. Somehow, Howard has materialized himself, carrying several bottles of alcohol. He, Mitchell, and the commander are off to share tales of great victories. You shrug, thinking tomorrow's meeting will be somewhat quieter. Alright. If you're elected leadership, which you embody perfectly. Those two are down for the count. I managed to restrain myself, but I still feel like I'm about to roll over and die. You've done well, Commander. The region is stabilized, now we can relax until new challenges appear. The garrison commander has come with another quest. In confidentiality, he received new orders. Ones that involve marching out and fighting rebels elsewhere, but his army rations are low and the army cannot march on an empty stomach. Produce food rations, you say? Well, I was already looking at doing that anyway. Which is just bread and vegetable. So. Which apparently I have none. Which is slightly concerning. Can I just bump production like 60%? Start with that. That, in theory, gets me almost all the way to breaking even again. That buys me a little more room.
Go ahead.
Alright. Alright. So yeah, produce the food rations, that's fine. So yeah. We have no upgrades for that yet. Shame. Alright. Also, apparently I don't have enough vegetables. That is actually of grave concern to me, and I need to deal with that pretty much immediately, so I'm just going to start with that. Sort everything else out later. I know I was doing like some pretty decent sized population expansion at the end of the last stream, so I recognize that I definitely need to take stock, so to speak. And make sure everything is being dealt with adequately. Those here and here. I don't have enough plywood. Okay, let's do that. managed to get all but one of them. I don't think there's a service range upgrade, so no dice. Alright. Deploy. The thing is, it says taken in this region, which is so weird to me. Yep, daily bonus, no real problems here. Region next to Indochina. Alright.
Loud and clear.
We need them to arrive, which shouldn't take too long. We hope. Alright. So yeah, we're producing brass. Fine. So yeah, lead. Lead, if memory serves, yeah, producing smelters, and it's pretty much solely from Galena. Which also does silver. Alright, so that requires manufacturing 5. Yeah, we're like halfway to 5, that's not too bad. I actually don't have a ton of manufacturing buildings, so I'm not super shocked. And we can develop and build out the chemical plants now. I have 155 manufacturers, so that's not too bad. Yeah. Of course. Let's see. We don't need diesel, rubber, there we are, chemicals. It's processed from crude, mining. So we'll need a crude oil pump. Where? Ah, over here. This is the nearest crude, really? Seriously? I feel like I looked around and there was more crude elsewhere. But maybe I'm crazy. I don't see it around the edge of the map though, so. Well. It doesn't really matter, I guess, at this point. So. I should have. Yeah, I was gonna say, I should actually have a road out here already. Which shouldn't cause me too much problem. Just extend it. Oh, come on. Don't make me dig a tunnel. Yep. That requires some water. Okay. So we'll need the little... Ah, yes. I also just simply lack plywood. Part of that is I keep selling plywood, but I really should probably stop selling the plywood at this point. And I think I can more or less stop selling that, or stop buying that. Yeah, all right. We now have enough veggie production, which is good.
Stand by.
Yeah, we'll deploy again. Like, they're well enough supplied. They should be able to launch their attack soon, I think. I just keep honestly forgetting the timing. But yeah, I cannot actually extract lead, which is a problem. I lack the artillery shells, so... not ideal. Both our army and theirs are well supplied now. They can march without fear, but I have to ask out loud. Governor, what is the point? Where are they going? What for? I hope that we are not feeding a lion that will eventually bite the hand that fed him and protected him. Morale bonus. Woo. In the early morning, Mitchell Howard and the commander are in your office. The latter dressed in full ceremony uniform. He asks you for a favor. If you can provide alcohol for his unit, they are being sent to the front line where, all things considered, they might not survive, and he would like the soldiers to experience the normalcy of life one last time. You shoot look towards both your advisors. They shake their heads, denying any involvement. Considering what you've been through, you two would appreciate it if your commanders had offered you a pint or two before marching into the Great War. But what's done is done. You assure him you'll have an alcohol supply. Produce ale. Is that a heavy industry? Flannery, appliances, cement, concrete. Regular production? Yeah, we're a brewery. It costs some grain, which I'm probably going to need some more of, but we'll see. But I should try and pay more attention to the world map right now. So this time I have 5 artillery. Yeah. We took light damage, but like we blew up one of their 3 defenders that time. So you can only blow up 1 garrison per attack. So it will slow me down. But, like, we're definitely on the road to just kind of taking it. And there's now nothing they can do to stop us. Treasure Fort is a special marketplace where exotic goods are being traded. Arriving in territory soon, you can deal with them if you wish. Nice. Okay. And as far as cultivation buildings go, and also bakeries. I need to look at bakeries some more. Yeah. I'm going to get an extra grain field. And some additional bakeries along here. Go. 3 upgrades for the depot. Production queue on the vehicle is empty. So you launch the attack. Proceed. Holy shit. Yeah, okay. The garrison did die. Good. So. Yeah, we can march and finish conquering the Yucatan. Once I've done that, like, I'm in a lot better position. I mean, I'm honestly already in a pretty good position even just having this. Alright, so the People's Movement is in Korea. Yep. But, like... You know, we have basically the riches of all of North America to work with, so I'm not too worried. I probably didn't need to actually get a mine going. Because Sierra Nevada, yeah, produces 90 crude oil a day. So we already had way more than enough. I'm not even 100% sure I got the oil mine working anyway. Yeah. We're fine. Anyway. Where was I? Utilities and a water... No, not a water pump, a water tower. Alright.
Stand by.
Guys ready to finish this? Go. Conquer the Yucatan. That's right. So yeah, conquest of the Yucatan. Yeah, these places are trenched up still. Alright. Good stuff. This is probably the place that I would like start build 10 militia here just to build the trench, so that way we can redeploy our main like assault force elsewhere.
Go ahead.
I know you guys
Stand
can
by.
honestly just
Copy.
immediately leave. Like the point was to grab that. I do need to start looking at collecting resources from elsewhere if needed. So yeah, that's a... Oh shit, that's a shitload of brass. Good. And zinc. Okay. Yeah, I now have like 70 income for fruit. So like a juicery for my poor manufacturers would be really helpful if I could get it. God, I have nearly walled in this copper mine. Yeah, they would like ale. Radios, gramophones. Oh, they don't even require juice. Interesting. We need more fish and meat, though. Noted. So... let's get some of that. A strong rock, yeah. And I need a ranch. Additional ranching. This has just kind of been chaos industry, and I definitely need to prepare to demolish a lot of this and kind of reorganize over time. It's just been a lot more chaotic trying to get set up because I've been so paranoid about the people on the world map. You know, I really did not want to let perfection be the enemy of good enough. Because perfection could mean I just did not have the resources I would need on the world map to actually be able to fight and win. You know? So I've been kind of just living in a state of... like, what's the term? I don't want to say, like, panic, but, you know.
Stand by.
Where I've not necessarily been getting things that I otherwise should have. Alright, return. So you're easy to resupply in this region now. Okay, we need 40 more guns for resupply. You got it. Get to it. It's a rushed effort. It really has been. Like, given I'm still technically doing, like, the pseudo-tutorial story or whatever you want to call it. Like, it's kind of wild, actually. Anyway, where was I with that? Yes. One power substation, please. There. Alright. So that can start producing the ale I need. How are you guys doing? You only have 144 points so far. Yikes. Alright. Deselect. So our next two zones are Mesa Verde and the Rockies. Both which will give us grain and steel, which I do enjoy. This will also give us coal. But yeah. We'll have to slowly chew through a lot of this.
Loud and clear.
Reinforce all units. It'll take time. Are we sealing the Yucatan? We've already kind of won that fight. Like I've won the fight and I've just started building garrisons ever since. The only real risk problem at this point is the stability, which I'll probably be dealing with in time. Hiawatha. Silver, brass, wood. Nice. Plastic, quartz, fruit, civic. Steel manufacturing, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're getting the last of the guns. Oh, yeah. Orinoco. Yeah. So yeah, they definitely have like Central Amazon, but yeah. So they have a full navy and everything. Tierra del Fuego, yep.
Go ahead.
Alright, reinforce. And deploy what's left. Let's go. Yep. We're holding okay on artillery shells. Not great, not terrible. Alright. So, theoretically, the production of artillery shells, we still need to secure some source of lead, which I can't do. Yeah? Ah, alright, good news. We've got Galena extractor. Perfect. Literally just in time there. Alright, so we can finally start production on local artillery shells for supply. That's huge. That solves one of our many problems that I have going for us right now. Where the heck is... Oh, there it is. Bottoms up, even Let's Play plans do not survive the contact phase. What you thought would just be a simple transportation of goods quickly turned into full-blown festivities. Citizens and soldiers hand in hand, celebrating with their glasses full. What are they celebrating? Life, you suppose. With your advisors out there, keeping the peace or trying to disturb it, you look through the window. Your report for tonight is completed. I'm left wondering, should you take a day off as well? After last night's festivities, everyone is absent. We found Mitchell, Howard, and the commander in a ditch with bagpipes in their arms. What happened? Nobody knows, and that's for the best. Now left the aftermath, and let the security city and the region as a whole. I recommend building fire and police stations along training personnel for them. This is how far I came in the story. I'm supposed to now be building my first, like, fire station. Like... to say I have been doing other shit is an understatement. It's like, oh yes, well, like it still hasn't even gotten to the part where like I'm supposed to really start taking over the parts of the world map. I just fucking panicked when I saw the rate that the AI was annexing territory and just dove for it, you know? Like, holy shit. It made me panic like fuck. So yeah, I have great news. We don't need brass here anymore. Instead, I need galena into lead. Yeah, they're angry with me, I know. I do not care. So when that's done... Yeah, I think that's longer range text and fleet. Going long range phase, yeah. Build like 10 of those.
Go ahead.
Let's do the Rockies. Launch our attack. Alright, we took out 2 battalions. Basically took no damage. Kind of expected. Anyway, yeah, no, like, just queue up another, like, 50 of these each. It's gonna be for reinforcements over the foreseeable future. Yeah, we have shitloads of chemicals. We have shitloads of lead now. Resume. Yep, producing. We've discovered the cascade. Wood. Yep, we can take care of. The Neeper Lane. But yeah, 40 grand is helpful.
Roger.
Launch the attack. Garrison reduced.
Loud and clear.
Yep. At some point, I'm gonna need to station like an army in the Yucatan. It only really needs to be like one dude, but
Stand by.
it's whatever.
Roger.
Yep, keep going. Ah, we actually shattered both the garrisons. Alright. I guess I do have a lot of fucking artillery. I shouldn't be shocked when that happens. Nice. That's aluminum there. Oh, what's Winnipeg got? Iron, nice. Chemicals, nice. Alright. Neighboring army and hostile neighbor. I feel like it's not actually true. I feel like that goes away after a day.
Loud and
You know?
clear.
Alright, and this army's actually leveled up. Force Ranger, Urban Specialist, Commander. Alright. So yeah, this is just what terrain do we want to be good at fighting at? Like, mainly... This is urban. Jesus Christ. So there's not really any urban-rural.
Loud and clear.
I guess I'll just take rural for now. For commander level. Alright. Yeah, that's fair. Local inventory's full? Probably. Or knows I have way too much wood production. Alright. So I guess I do need to build a police station. Or two. It's highly unnecessary to build a second one. But, you know, whatever. Live without worry of war or famine. Proper steps taken to ensure security city. Your average citizen can relax after a hard day at work, knowing you care about them. Good work, Governor. Now just have to find the remnants of our council. Honor and courage. Oh yeah, so I'm actually scrolling down. This is something I've been meaning to do. Is as we do these like story chapters, like the bonus or penalty that we have changes. But yeah, I always forget to go to the bottom. Last time you saw the garrison commander was when he asked you for alcohol supply that eventually turned the city into a high festivity. But I still feel ashamed because of his behavior. Now, a luxurious car enters the city, flanked by a security detail. At from it, the commander appears in ceremonial uniform, with even more medals attached to him. He salutes you and asks permission to hold a meeting with you. Humoring him, three of you, including Mitchell, sit down and have a word. You're presented with a letter bearing government seal. The contents of the letter are simple. They praise your effort to help Commander defeat the rebels. No, it is they who offer assistance, mainly in the form of supplies. Also, they'd like for the Commander to remain in the city for some time, serving as the attaché. The fight goes on, and the fate of the United States of America will remain unknown, but at least for a short time, peace will be prevalent in the region. So. Yeah. We get honor and courage for a little bit, but most importantly, like since the quest is now done, we got rid of the penalty that we had. You know, basically you have a penalty until you complete the starting quest. All right, and what have we got here now? Stability. Yeah, neighboring army.
Loud and clear.
Like, these armies can all be deleted fairly easily. And there is no garrison.
Loud and clear.
Alright.
Affirmative.
March into the Cascades. Go. There's defenses in Alaska. No defenses in McKinsey. Nothing in Northwest Territories. Okay. So now I can just start pushing around a lot of this. Get control. I do kind of have to watch the stability stuff. But, like, stability will be stable. You're the rest of Western Canada. Yeah. Like, I'm just going to keep sort of just pushing around. Anything that offers, you know, little to no resistance at this point, I really have no reason not to just go and use, so it's fine. Alright.
Go ahead.
Like, they can't even fight back against us functionally, so, like, if they don't have defenses. It's pretty easy conquest. Alright, I would like to actually maybe start working on improving my people's needs and, like, getting enough people in general. Like, that would be good. I'd be happy to do that. I have barely any plywood, apparently. Oh yeah, because I'm still selling it at the dock, aren't I? I forgot to get rid of that trade. Alright, well, we'll need to start building up some more plywood. Great. But yeah, I was thinking of maybe getting, like, a major manufacturer high-rise set. Yeah, okay, that's going to require 5 of those each. This is just concrete. Yep. And somewhere in here should be a concrete mill or mixer. Cement and gravel. Limestone, gravel. Yep. Easy enough. Creating a New Vegas. We need... One of the things, we're going to need a shitload of manufacturers. Because they do, like, honestly, most of the heavy lifting. You know? So... we will need a shitload of them. We're also going to need a shitload of laborers. But, you know. Let's do some salvage work around here. Collect what we can.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Everybody's still in cooldown for a bit longer. Hey! The Yugoslav kingdom has been discovered. Hey, look at that. Because here's the thing, like, I only have land forces. There is still, by sea and by air, alike to deal with. You know? Alright, so yeah, they need police and fire station, they need a high school, elementary school, yep, and they'll need clinic. Got it. Additional bonuses if I have radio stations. Yeah, I do not have Morale 5 yet, so... I do have a crap load of steel income now, though, which is really good. Don't get me wrong. You know? How do I even check what these need? What the fuck? Like, I know this only requires steel. But how did I check that before? Oh yeah, because I mouse over this. Right. Yeah. I can get upgrade artillery if I start combining steel and brass. Field howitzers are steel and rubber. Like, very soon I am probably... Yeah, like, because I've got a shitload of oil, right? So, like, rubber's easy for me. So, I think pretty soon I'm probably just going to roll out field howitzers. Like, I have the fucking capacity.
Stand by.
I don't know. I don't think I need to be that paranoid anymore. I think I'm okay. Yeah, this place is getting well built and defended. Yeah, he's got his air base already. I doubt he's really able to throw too much out at me, but you never know.
Loud and clear. Go ahead. Affirmative.
Nice. Conquered 5 regions, so we can now build the Arc de Triomphe. So yeah. Alright. We've reached the North Sea. Or the Arctic. Not bad. At some point I'll look to try and secure this region, but like holy shit, Alaska's got 7 garrisons. It'll take a while to shoot through that. That's when I come back with the field howitzers for, you know? But, like, for now, I can just kind of keep going over this region and just kind of keep conquering these free zones. The stability here is going to struggle a bit because of the presence of the enemy armies. Which I debate if I just want to take out while I'm in the region. Like, the answer is probably not. We'll be alright. Now... resources. So, manufacturing, 50 steel. Like, steel's gonna be the main thing I need a shitload of. Yeah? Yeah. Because even if I go to, like, the military buildings... Like, I go to the shipyard, and I want to produce cruisers, that's just going to be steel and rubber, you know? So, like, for military purposes, those are my goals. Steel and rubber. In addition to whatever they actually need for supply. Which is, good question. Unfortunately, I can no longer see. But I think it's still just going to be like artillery shells and shit. Now, I'm going to go supply myself with a bathroom break. So I'm going to be right back. Alright. Man, apparently I shouldn't have done such a long ad break. Oh. But, I'll just wait for that to pass. Oh. Bam. So if we get 2 level 1 traits, then we get 2 level 2 traits, then we get a single level 3 trait. I vaguely recall this. We don't have anything that can damage air right now. I think air is very good in that it basically can only be damaged by other air. And your air is either anti-air or anti-ground. There's like anti-air emplacements, which I think you generally want to be relying on for the first while.
Loud and clear.
Alright, well, that breaks over and everyone's back. So, as I was just talking about, let's start laying out potentially some groundwork. Enemy army could be near. Yeah, I mean it's an enemy army, but like it's a minor, so I don't care. They don't attack me. Automatically. So yeah, like a mining site in the Sierra Nevada will be very important. I think we do... There's no existing upgrades, so that's fine. Yeah, we're going to put a manufacturing complex in the Rockies.
Go ahead. Loud and clear. Roger.
And we keep moving. Conquer the Northwest Territories. Alright, Nunavut has actual defenses, so we'll probably stop there. Meat. Hey, more steel. So yeah, we'll come down to Winnipeg and the Great Plains and crush through here. Yeah, so that rock is slightly frustrating if I want to build the city here, but it'll probably end up being fine. Of course, I need to think for a moment. There are upgrades, yeah, okay. We'll build a lake here. These two specifically. See, we get significantly more coverage from those now. Elementary school. I remember the clinic being small to the point where I did like 2 of them or whatever. Maybe because I need such a higher civics level for it or something. Alright. And then we'll see about housing. Because that's something I need to sort. The problem is centering is rather difficult. Unless I do it along specifically this line. Okay. Like, I can arrange that. That's fine. Don't have the plywood for it. Yeah. Yeah, so about these. Seriously, give me more plywood. Let's go. Build.
Loud and clear. Roger.
Alright, Sean, down to Winnipeg. Let's go. Obliterate. That's plus 40 vegetables, shell out iron and chemicals. Nice.
Loud and clear.
Luckily, this is the plains now, so it doesn't take them long to recover at all. And we can just keep marching soon.
Stand by. We'll go.
Boom! Hey, my goose. Yeah, so Great Lakes, Large Lowlands, yeah, all this region has defenses. We're not really shocked by that, of course. Hiawatha apparently lacks any particular defense, but that's fine. But yeah, we now have the Great Plains as well, so it's another 30 grain, and that gives me a shitload of aluminum, too. Nice. That theoretically allows me, someday anyway, it's still going to be a while. Like, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a while before I start, like, throwing planes into the sky, but you know, it's good to have. Alright. This way or no? Okay, I think I may have still screwed this up. Shockingly. Trying to design a template that I can, like, just kind of build out a massive city around is slightly awkward. Gotta figure out the, like, size of everything. Just enough that I can pull it off. Yes, this is actually just one of those, so... I think the easy thing to do is just this. As far as that goes there, due to the stupid rocks. And that's as much as I can build for the time being. Alright. power or water, which is fine. Okay.
Go ahead. Wilco.
So I'm going to start bombarding Mesa Verde. Barely take any damage. But we apparently obliterated all 3 of those. So, nice job, guys. Yeah, leaving only that one garrison left. So yeah, we'll conquer Mesa Verde. And just in general, I'm going to seek to try and do a lot of that. The People's Movement hates us. I don't really care. So, what I do care about now is maybe trying to get a gravel pit going. And a limestone quarry. Conveniently not far. Alright. I get some of those down. And then... yeah, so cement and concrete. Well, it's gonna decentral. Oh goddamn! There's not enough fucking plywood. There's never enough plywood. Where? Oh, there it is. Do not dispatch trucks. That will be handled. The fires at the remote mining sites are really the only actual problem at this point. Alright, so let's get utilities hooked up here. Water. Yep. Everything's on fine. Everything's fine. Ah. Of course, in order to build concrete, I need 25 technicians. Very much easier said than done. It should be fine to just kind of have this one technician house. Like, hopefully overall their morale will be fine. You know? Ooh. What I do need, however, is more power plant. Which is fine. You know, like, this takes 1 coal. Apparently I only have +8 coal. That's terrifyingly little. Oh yeah, right, because I haven't conquered Mesa Verde yet.
Go ahead, affirmative.
Let's secure our coal supply. There's no resistance. Like I said, securing Mesa Verde secures our coal supply. There's additional coal and steel here. As much as I hate to say it, this place is going to need a mining site. It's the only source of coal I really have right now. And it's 100. It's pretty good. Alright, that secures all of the coal I'll need. Or any and all coal issues are just now resolved in general, so. Right? Right? Yeah, we're 107. Alright, we're fine. I now have all the power generation we'll ever need. So now we can also produce some concrete. You're not going to be upgradable for a long time. It's 9 cement, way more than 9. Yep. It at least will let me build more houses slowly. And realistically, that's what I need to worry about. You know? Just get some concrete income. So there's the Ozark.
Go ahead. We'll go.
We'll just eliminate Hiawatha immediately, since it has no defender. Well, no defensive like garrison thing. An army does not actually matter to me. There appears to be literally nothing in the Southern Appalachians, so that's good. Negative cash flow. Brass check. Good. Yeah, I need more workers paying more taxes as well. That is important. Of course, they will want water. But at least all the rest of their stuff should be met. So... oh, I don't have access to the large water tower yet. That's fine. We'll build a small water tower. Connections? Yeah, we're good. These will also need a power substation. You got it. Alright. So yeah. And then high school go here. Actually, high school go here. Okay. Then I'm blanking here. Here we go, clinic. Clinic go here. Oh shit, negative water flow is really bad. One of the problems is I don't actually have access yet to the purification system, so I'll have to be kind of cautious about how much I can actually grow until then. And I do need technicians to work with purifiers. So, hey, diesel. Nice. And theoretically, natural gas power plant. I do have natural gas production, so, like, that's good. I'll probably never use the diesel power plant, honestly. Like, I just have no value in doing so. So yeah, the water purification plant. This runs off of 25 technicians each. But yeah, this lets me produce clean water. Because I really actually have a very limited amount. Water pump, let's say. Of the sort of like aquifer groundwater stuff before I start needing that. Yeah. Okay. It's actually the same, so. I demolish this, and then I can just put in the large water tower in its place. And then it's fine. Good. Glad to see it. Running costs, coverage. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, that gets me extra ton of manufacturers. And importantly, extra 38 grand.
Loud and clear. Affirmative.
We just immediately annex the Southern Appalachians. Alright. So, no contest for a lot of that. Which is good. Cool. Yeah, electrical parts. I remember North Appalachia being really important for this. Because, like, it's one of the only places that you can get your hands on that from a, like, global thing. Yeah, we get a solid 60 rubber from here as well, so.
Go ahead.
Don't really need them. So what I should probably do is just kind of keep pushing. I don't really need to worry about Northern Appalachia right now. So
Go ahead. Affirmative.
I'm just going to focus on securing my borders.
Loud and clear.
Of course. Then we push into the Ozarks next. That power substation's burning. Good news. That's covered. Now, I did just build a bunch of manufacturers, so I need to review data. We'll need more fish. And basically more all luxuries, ideally. But most critically, I need fish. So we'll start with those. Oh. You can't actually be there. All right. I can't build a road there. Although I might actually be able to use Quay. Yeah. Right, that's how that works. Alright. So yeah, that's some extra fish.
Loud and clear. Affirmative.
Alright, push through the Ozark next. Failed to conquer the region, but like, That's fine. It's almost conquered. Barely any issues. But yeah, once I kind of have the North American continent under my control, I should be alright. Just focus internally for a while. I'm getting a shitload of resource income, so. And that's pretty good. Like, I have a crap load of fruit income. Quartz, plastic. Iron, steel, and grain. And rubber. Lumber.
Stand by. Affirmative.
Got zinc there. Got lots of gold. I'm really falling behind on civics. Safety technicians, red health tech and specialists, yeah. Aluminum sheets and glass. We have a shitload of natural gas already, so we'll be fine. Tank. So, let's see here. Aircraft factory. Like fighter triplanes or steel, lumber, rubber, plastic, aluminum sheets, rubber. Okay. And electrical parts, yeah. Steel, aluminum sheets, and rubber allow me to make light bombers easily enough. I might have a excess lumber supply as well. We'll end up seeing. Transport's doing well. Gonna develop the airport for trade eventually. Yeah, not bad. Morale tech is doing terribly though. Lumber and copper. I could get gramophones. That might help. Alright. Yeah, because I obviously do not have enough clothes. One of the frustrating things is I seem to have nowhere that grows cotton. So, like, I'm gonna have to deal with that myself. But, like, realistically... Yeah, I was gonna say, I have so much grain, I definitely don't need grain farms anymore. I'm never gonna need a grain farm, never gonna need a friggin' fruit farm. There's fish up there. 70 algae. Interesting. Good. More coal up there. Good.
Loud and clear. Affirmative.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna drive up here and finish off the rest of the North American region. love to see it, really. Twice the same city. Eiffel Tower. Needs a water tower nearby, that's fine. Alright, where's the fire? Fire is being dealt with. Good. Like, I'm definitely vulnerable to fire, so I keep wanting to check on it. But yeah. We still have a couple more regions up here we haven't even explored yet.
Go ahead.
Reinforce and repair and all that. So, I'm actually kind of wondering if I maybe want to try and get a navy going. Well, no, not yet. I definitely need to get more laborers as well. I'm building a manufacturing city before laborer city, which is probably not a great idea in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, bread, meat, fish, all struggling a bit. Now, the good news is it's not really that big of a deal, as I can kind of just plop down new cities, you know, anywhere. There's a reason I call this Anno1919. And this is the easiest type to build, so the only service building I think they need is the fire station. Or, sorry, not service, safety building is the fire station. They will need elementary school. Actually, I just realized it. That's, I think, literally all they need for service buildings. I'll double check with these laborers, though. Yeah. Theoretically, there's record laborers as well, but that's not going to be for a while still, as I still don't really have my morale level up. But that's okay. Oh, I screwed up. We put that there. Like I say, we're starting to get something that looks more reasonable and organized going now that I'm not in an extreme state of fucking panic all the goddamn time that, oh god, the world is getting conquered. And I'm not out there. Which is good. You know? Always happy to not be shitting bricks. Because the AI woke up and chose a hell of a lot of violence real quick. There will need to be a utility hookup here. Good. Check. That's everything they need. I believe I have upgrades for all of them, so that should be fine. Nice. Yeah. Our city hall should hopefully also get a heck of a level up from what I do here. so we need to reach a population of 5,000. Which I'm like 300 off. So yeah, we're going to get our next level up as well, which is going to be good. And there'll be the edge of the map. So technically undersized this a little bit, or was slightly the wrong area. But it's probably fine enough. Nice. Whoa. And then call that in. Okay, we still have enough veggies. The main problem is going to be the crash of bread. And there we are. Congratulations to us. Level up our town hall. So now we have a choice of collective, vox populi, and tradition. Printing holes in the afternoon, yeah. So I'm going to go with collective, +2 production of tier 2 resources. And our town hall gets nicer. Alright.
Stand by. We'll go.
Yep. Done just one, that's fine.
Loud and clear.
Alright. So, let's deal with problems before they truly start to arise. Yeah, so bread is -45. Now that is easy to fix. You know why? Because holy shit, I produce 173 grain. The amount of grain I produce on the map, like, in my city, is irrelevant. Like, I've just conquered enough grain producing provinces that the next thing to do is set up a fucking bakery zone, you know? When do you unlock public transit for people in this game? You don't, thankfully. There's no need for any such things. Because people don't actually have to get to work. You just have to have people in the city. They can teleport between buildings. 6, 7. How's the range on a depot? Not technically enough for it all, so that's fine. Also kind of expected, but fine. This will need a total of 16, so 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. So we build that road. Shit, actually only needs 14. Yeah. I just vaguely recall, don't ever hook up more than like twice as many buildings as you have like things here. So this goes up to 7. It might get an upgrade later for more, but for now. This is a shitload of bread we're about to make. I don't even think I actually need to make anywhere near this many things. Because I'm now going to go over to probably the bakery and be like, oh yeah, no, I would need 3 times as many bakeries. And in practice, I just also want to point out that this uses like 1/3 of my grain. So I can now surmise 3 bakery rows of the same number. So 14, 28... like 42 bakeries. How many I can now supply? I probably don't need that many. God, I hope I don't. Alright, so this design will be slightly different because of shapes. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That was incorrectly placed. Anyway, I just kind of want to make sure I never have to worry about bread again. I basically already don't have to worry about vegetables thanks to production outside the city, so... That's all I can build. Left myself literally no linkage. Nice. Classic me. Alright. Factory. Alright, so all bread is sorted for the foreseeable fucking future. There's nowhere near enough luxuries, but we'll be dealing with that in time. I'm kind of worried that vegetables is only plus 29 right now. There's more fruit to be gotten there. still shitloads more grain. So we'll be alright. Oh good, morale finally reached 4. Agriculture just went to 8. That's not a huge shock. An incredible number of agricultural buildings are now working. Alright. So my tax income's going to struggle a bit if I don't get luxury sorted. So yeah, I need 60 clothes, 60 newspapers. I need... Okay, bread is now 100% sorted. I'm definitely still going to need some more farms for veggies, though. Which I had hoped I wouldn't need. But apparently, there's not that much vegetable farming going on. I could... I don't know, plus 3 vegetables just does not seem worth. Do I need iron that much? Kinda, yeah. Although I have, like, another source of large iron there. Like, I could throw down farming center. And boost that. It doesn't even tell me by how much it boosts.
Loud and clear. Copy.
So... Is that open copy in the background? That was just me clicking on the clinic. It's Conquer Northern Appalachia. Alright, so we did get the electrical parts. Alright.
Stand by.
That will be useful for producing the late game shit. Yeah, more fruit. Ah. The North Andes has vegetables if I want to go fighting. Which I don't. I kind of would be outmatched right now, I think, due to a lack of aircraft. Well, we're working on that. So yeah, like I said, as now I have a shitload of laborers. Just want to check here. How are we doing? I assume people are still moving in. So yeah, like we now exceeded our vegetables. Okay. I don't have to worry too much, like... Vegetables are pretty easygoing. They don't take a whole lot of anything. So. Oh shit, no. Get a little veggie grow zone here. Try and help out. Then I put this here, like this, and assuming I did all my math correctly, I did not. Dang. Oh well. That. Let's see. Transit building. So I'm gonna add anyway. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. there. So yeah, at the bare minimum, let's make sure nobody's running out of food. Good. Apparently I'm just going to need a shitload of vegetables, so I might as well. Like, it kind of makes sense. I'm still going to be building a crap load more, like, labor housing, so... People's luxuries are low. Yeah, that tracks. Upgrade the farm irrigation. Yeah, it's like 17 now per farm. Yep. Good. So yeah. And yeah, 159 veggies. Apparently only 69 bread. We'll work on that.
Go ahead.
How you guys doing?
Wilco.
Launch your attack on the Great Lakes region. Good. Great Lakes have been conquered.
Loud and clear.
Reinforce. Alright, Lawrence from Plateau. Would you believe it? It's more fucking grain. God damn it. I can't believe it's not grain. We get some lead there, which ain't too bad. Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking here is where I'm gonna want to probably build an air base. We'll need glass for that. We still are nowhere near that. Well, that's fine. Like I say, we can crush through, take the rest of North America. Just keep conquering more grain production. I think at this point, symbolically, I should just remove the remaining grain farms. You know? I got 75. This flour mill's nice. And somehow these bakeries, they do not produce enough. But what if I place down yet another depot? There we go. Just keep going. Shitloads of bread. Yeah, I'm now getting a shitload of laborers, and so I need to start looking into other things. So, produces cloth and silk cloth, potentially. Okay. Cloths, yeah. So, is there anywhere that I have conquered? I got dyes. Fruit. Some silk there. Oh, hey, there's actually a zone that grows cotton. Algae from the Western Sahara, sure. Alright, so I think the general consensus here is I need to grow my own cotton. Yeah, yeah. Seems reasonable. Salvage this crap. Of course, the main issue is still just not enough plywood. Like, I produce 102 plywood a day, so, like, it's decent enough.
Loud and clear. We'll go.
Alright, march in. Unfortunately, we can't kill the infantry and the garrison at the same time, I think. So. But yeah. Holy shit, I must get so much steel at this point. This is wild. Yeah, 240 steel. Like, this thing doesn't even run. You know? Apparently we have some issues with food ration supplies. I'm not super shocked by that. I'm supplying a decent sized army fairly far away. In general, I'm going to need a lot. So. Alright, and what about the other options here? Okay, cellulose and paper. Now this is just produced from wood, making this stupendously easy. So newspapers, we can definitely do. Alright. So I'm going to take another bathroom break. And I'm going to put on an ad break. I'm actually kind of getting good at this whole keeping pre-rolls off thing. So go me. Whoa. In the meantime, we're back shortly, everyone. So, turns out having the Magna Carta right behind me, not great. I caught it. We're all good. I've returned. You know, I do like the soundtrack of this game. There's a resource hub. Oh yeah, this is new. I kind of just wanted to look around the UI for a moment, because honestly all this stuff on the flanks was never here. So this is actually good to keep track of shit. Good to know. Alright. So anyway, I need a shitload of newspapers. Let's start getting that going. So. Cellulose from wood. Alright, let me have a look at what I've currently got for newspaper production. Oh yeah, I also have to promote my town center. So like, it's 21 cellulose. Okay, I can get that to 24 though, right? Yeah, pretty easily. Okay, we get protectionism. Whew. %15 artillery attack, or +2 production of tier 3 resources. Now this is... This is a toughie. I think I'll go with protectionism. The hall's getting nice and fancy now. Alright.
Loud and clear. Roger.
Finish off the Laurentian Plateau. Let's go. Boom, boom. March in. We own the place. Good. Hey guys, would you believe it? I just got 30 more grain a day. I managed to secure a continent nicely enough. Yeah, the Amazonians are chilling here. We'll see. Uh-oh. Oh no. Somehow still not any of the areas I have failed to provide fire coverage to. You'd love to see it. Anyway, right, so newspapers. Let me get to work on that. Right, I gotta keep distracting myself. If I do that, that's a 2-to-1 ratio, which is pretty solid. Alright. And I have as much production of this as I need, really, so... It does appear to need power, but that's ultimately minor. Oh geez, I only have 18 water left. Yeah, I can't build too much wider than I've built thus far. I am going to definitely need to build like technicians soon. But that's okay. I'm now starting to get a lot more of a base to work with, so I still have one more pump as well, so I think I should be fine. Okay. I just need to let this play out. That way the stress music goes away. Uno, dos, tres. 7, 8. Oh, jeez. 3. There we go. One cellulose factory line. Okay. And I put in this. And then a little of that. Or actually, I guess I have to change this since it does need power. There's a slight change to the design. So there's the large power substation, which is actually the same. A regular one should be fine. Can't imagine it's using that much power, right? Oh lord. This power substation is in fact completely overloaded already. Alright. There we are, 140. So yeah, we get this place all set up. And that's negative 59 power. Not exactly shocking. Alright. Jesus, Sandy. Very distant, very upset cat. Alright.
Go ahead. Copy.
Down to the Great Lakes region. Yeah, we're going to push up the Hudson Lowlands and Nunavut, and then we'll clean off the remainder of the Pacific coastline. Alaska's basically our final boss for the neutrals, since they trenched up 7 garrisons like a bunch of fucking maniacs. Anyway. So we do this. That's my taxes, by the way. Alright, I've got 78,000. That brings us up to 25. Cool. So I now have enough, theoretically, for 2 lines similar of newspaper makers. Although I guess, yeah, then there's however much, right, the ever eternal. Okay, so yeah, 13. God, this fire really burned out of control for a little bit, didn't it? Anyway. So 2-1 already, although that's with a shock. Okay. Seem rather difficult. Well, that's all I can do for now. We can get this producing decently. I hope. But yeah, that's gonna be 5, 6. Regenerate for a little bit.
We'll go.
Alright, push ahead. Nice. Crack third. Plains the artillery gets 25% extra attack and can easily crack through in one go. Alright, so it's 60 lead, 70 rubber, and 30 more grain. At least I get fish there. Fucking algae there. And get more fucking grain from Alaska. Alright. Yeah, we've done well. We built ourselves a nice little empire. Anyway. So let's skip. Alright, no power substation nearby. You also need electricity. Very good. Well, in that case, I should probably put a power substation here. Go, so fair enough. Alright, get this fucking tangled rat's nest out. A lot of global inventory levels. Hey, we got some coverage upgrades. There you go. Oh. Awkward, because that's needs to be this. Couple of those in. Yeah, this is already kind of overrun. It's not a big shock that it's actually already overrun, but, you know, slightly frustrating. So, the last of the heavy industry buildings I need are paper presses, or printing presses, which thankfully are very small. You got it. And then one large power substation. Perfect. as well as shitloads of loading ramps. Let's go. There we go. Alright, we're starting to get some newspapers.
Stand by. Copy.
Launch the attack into Nunavut. Kablooey. Alright. Still managed to push through that. Nice.
Loud and clear.
Alright, reinforce. Alright. Yet, there I get at least 30 fish. So that's nice. Okay, so let's get these producing enough. Like I said, this is the first luxury I'm like basically just mass producing at this point. I'll look at that in a moment. Because like I said, there's no way. At some point one of these fires is going to strike an area that I don't expect fire stations. So... I also want to make sure I get like, all this done, so... Yeah, I commit the grave sin of ignoring my cat. Alright, what's up? Never punished. Nice.
Stand by.
Alright, so you guys are now reinforced. Start heading north. Or west, I guess. We gotta take out the rest of the Brooks, and then Alaska proper. Who also has 2 armies. As do they. Or 2 militia in their army. They seemingly have just kind of left this. I do wonder if the AI has, like, effectively a very limited capacity to conquer in the early game. And... that's fair. I want to change out the utility building here. The one that actually has enough. Distribute. So I can't do a larger coverage, and plus I think this one it may legitimately maxed out. Oh Jesus, we're short electricity now as well. I guess that shouldn't shock me. Really shouldn't. Yeah, let's get like 3 power plants down. And running. That covers my power needs for a bit.
Go ahead. Roger.
Okay. Problems are slowly getting solved. So yeah, we now have a shitload of newspapers. Getting the most basic luxuries. Yeah, right, we have 130,000 available, so our tax base is pretty solid. Clothes would be the next luxury to get.
Stand by. Loud and clear. We'll go.
Alright. Push through.
Loud and
And
clear.
their battalion. On the plus side, this can now get another. So I think I'm just going to take urban areas. Reinforce, reinforce. Alright. We're running low on the field guns, though. I think that's mostly fine. Okay. So, let's talk technicians. Because I do have, you know, these three. They are pretty unhappy, unfortunately. They need their juice. They need fish soup. Or I need to get them shitloads more luxuries. Either or. Yeah, ale is down. I should probably seek to try and go for ale. Ale's really easy. You know? Regular production. Yeah. The brewery, it's simple as this. You know? It produces ale. How much ale do I functionally need? Like 26? So not even that much. So, the brewery. This built. Then we have room, of course, for our utilities here, so. Ah. Yeah, this cost me a shitload of water that I don't have. We're at -6. Okay. So the good news is I can go to whatever water pumps I have and give them the upgrade. That buys me a little bit more water, but this is quickly becoming all the water I have. Until I develop technicians, you know? So. On the plus side, this is more breweries than I'll ever need, so... No, not ever. But more breweries than I will need for quite a while. To sort that problem out, at least. Ale. Hopefully we can, that'll be enough to start containing the riot risk. But we'll see. Well, that's not a huge shock. Seriously? that exploded, unfortunately. Try and deal with it. There are riots. Why in the fuck are you guys rioting? Not enough luxuries, and you're out of range of the clinic, so that would be why. Because I never did, I didn't have the upgrade to the clinic at the time. Okay. High school as well. Alright. That should help keep things under control. Alright. Police station dealt with the riots. It's only a very minor riot of like one building. It's mostly just fire. This technically does not have a fire station either. Honestly, in general, I think I can pull up that house. I think it's just slightly out of reach of everything, so take care of it. Alright. But yeah. Morale's 49%. Not great, but Iberia has been discovered. Good.
Stand by. Roger.
Go. Yep. Rubber. How are we doing in the stuff? We're up to 11 transport. That's not bad. All that road does help. On the plus side, I should now start getting a crap ton of, like, morale points, since we now have the breweries up. We do not have very much civics, though. Civics is like our lowest now. Realistically, that's because I don't have fire stations everywhere. I can get more civic from that. Yeah, 300. 428 on housing. That's pretty solid. Specialist high rise. Yeah, like you only have to get level 8 to get the high density T4. Theoretically, I can build pounder guns already, which is pretty sweet. The problem is, to even, like, recon biplanes require cloth. It's just actually super annoying. So I kind of want to get to fighter triplanes at 7 before I really start doing Air Force. Bombers, kind of the same issue. Cellulose, I'll have shitloads of. I think in general, I'm going to maybe more focus on a little bit of naval work than anything else. But I mean, right now I'm focusing on like internal development as opposed to an army, so. Since we're at peace with our main threatening neighbor for now, and he hasn't shown any signs of hostility. If even a single negative like event appears, I'm just gonna fucking panic and start hyper-militarizing again. Perfectly reasonably and understandably. But I don't have to right now, so I won't. It's gonna be chill.
Stand by. Copy.
Let's finish off the Brooks. Alright. So we've now conquered almost the entirety of the North American continent, with just Alaska left. Not bad.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Copy.
Get going. Good luck. They actually nasty hits. Woof. Yeah. I'm not too shocked. Actually, fighting like 7 garrisons with the basic troops is rough. One of the things I can do is maybe start firing these up. Start producing powder guns. You know? Like, it's just steel and brass. If I start getting powder guns and, like, retraining you guys... They do cost... Alright, yeah, they cost additional... Yeah. Food rations and artillery shells, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Luckily, I do have a crap load of, like, chemicals coming in, and I think I've got lead. I did get a lead mine somewhere. God, I hope I got a lead mine somewhere. Okay, yeah. Alright, I've got lead mines. We should be fine, then. No real issue. Alright. Insufficient water, really. Yep. Fair enough. Alright. So you guys are full ale now. Yeah, you're at 50% morale. Ah, Greenland's been discovered. Yeah. Theoretically a region up here, although that region is across the water, so I need to start developing Navy if I want to do it. Which I think may not be a bad idea to help even just get my like military production going, or like my military development rate going at all. God, this river looks so bad. So yeah, let's try and get development. Okay, so that's exactly how much needs to be on water. Like, I'm just gonna theoretically throw down 4 of them. In practice, we only need the 1, you know? I don't know why it has 76 bird in the inventory. So we can start on that. Okay. I'm just gonna make this the military lake. It doesn't have to be connected to the outside or anything, so, you know. This is just illegal. Don't ask too many questions. How do your ships get out? Don't ask too many questions, you know? Jesus, this entire thing basically needs to be... Woof. Yeah, the entire freaking thing needs to be that. Alright, so I can support those two. And, yeah, that's it. Hang on. I need to fill the zone in with Quay. So yeah, theoretically, I now have the capacity to start building that. Yeah, we have only 63 military points. It's pretty low. Anyway, frustratingly, it's like 75 pounder guns per unit instead of the 40 artillery. So, I don't know why this is red, but whatever. Okay. Manufacturer's not getting enough lectures. I concur. Meat okay? Meat is not okay. Hey, do I get meat from the world map anywhere? I feel like I do. No. There is, in fact, no meat at all on this world map. Anywhere. Oh, no, there it is. In the Northwest Territories. Alright, fair enough. God, so much wood. I think I'm just going to open some ranch zone. The problem is a shitload of ranching zone is going to take a lot of vineyard. Kind of the same reason I'm trying to avoid cotton is it takes up a lot more water than I really have access to. Alright, so if I get the ranch, I mean I have to, it's a need, so I don't have a choice. Don't exactly get a whole lot of options on it. I won't do a ton of it though, because, you know, I think it's probably wise of me to try and conserve my remaining, oh god damn it, water supplies. Until such a time I can kind of like really get technicians spooled up. Because I remember it has been a while, you know, since I last played this and all. But I remember needing a lot of technicians for it. I could probably place them back to back or whatever and be fine. In fact, that might even be optimal. There. Yeah, no water tower nearby. Demolish those. That way I can put in the new large water tower here. Alright. That should be enough meat. Should prevent any problems. Gramophones, radios.
Stand by.
Like, I could actually lose units if I do this, so I'm hesitant.
Affirmative.
But, fuck it, go. didn't lose anything. And they went from 7 to 4 garrisons, so that's not too bad. Alright. So 75 times 8. That's going to be a shitload of powder guns. Like, realistically, I'm just going to do 750. Let's round it off. Let's do 800. There. We're going to begin the construction of a shitload of pounder guns. Now, by any chance, no, I still do not have the ability to double it. But yeah, that's as far as I can really push into Alaska for now. Just blew it all up. Decent chunk of it. I might actually be able to keep pushing.
Clear.
Like, we didn't take that much damage.
Copy.
Because I think we get to shoot first, so... Yeah, I'm correct. We do shoot first, so... Alright. We can conquer at Alaska. We'll be alright. That's pretty good. Alright. Sunda. Yeah. Yeah, people's luxuries are low. I wouldn't mind dealt with someday. Alright, let's finish this off. Just barely have enough. Yeah, there's only 3 HP left on the enemy, so... We'd almost conquered it last time anyway.
Stand by.
Alright. That's the last of the North American mainland. We still have, like, maybe that. Baffin Island's probably a province, and Greenland. To maybe start considering. Caribbean as well. And otherwise we're ready to start replacing and stuff.
Go ahead.
But yeah. So, let me see here. Production overground building. Building's on fire. Okay. That is currently covered, I think. You know, I actually don't know if it's covered. But what I do know is this region in general isn't covered. Will desperately need it anyway, so might as well. Anyway, I got all that repaired since it exploded. Alright. So yeah, we're going to need the water purification plant. It requires 25 technicians. 40 power. That works. Yeah, this gives me 750 to work with. Alright, let's start talking about getting their remaining needs met, which should be easy. You know? Soup kitchen and juicery. Like, I don't need much. Alright, let me just take this out. Put in the large power substation. This thing actually needs. into this. And yeah, there we go. Alright. Theoretically, we could do Technician High Rise. Really shouldn't, though. But yeah, that gets us our first set of technicians who, at some point, assuming this ever actually gets deliveries, which it definitely should. This place might just be logistically bottlenecked, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that's the case. There we go. Yeah, I put too many things here. I can try and maybe just speed this up a bit. Like now I have concrete, so I can do things like asphalt road. This lets me get a little bit more throughput out of my shit. It is decently expensive to do everywhere, though, so I try not to. Alright.
Stand by. Affirmative.
Scadia. Alright. Apparently this is just going to be left open for me, and I mean, I won't say no to it. Very good. We have reached military 6. Thank goodness. Alright, so our vehicle factory production doubles. Thank fuck. Give me. Oh yeah, it is actually a lot more than I think, because they produce now like 6 things per round, right? 4. But still.
Loud and clear. Wilco. Go ahead.
Yeah, these guys are, I think, fairly veteran, so... I might have to make, like, basic guns to get them recovered as well.
Stand by.
30 isn't too bad. Before I can, like, replace them. I was hoping to just expand their remaining strength. Should really only need, like, 50 here. Because, yeah, it's 5 guns per...
Go ahead. Wilco.
Yeah. Alright, we've returned to the artillery home. Good stuff. Alright. Let's talk destroyers. Over here at the military lake. How do I have? I implore you to practice moderation. that seems about right. Alright, this place will need some power. Sounds good. This whole region needs a fair bit of power, honestly, so give it. Alright, we're ready to start rolling out destroyers here. It's 3 per, so. How many destroyers do I actually require here? This is the problem. We're going to need diesel. That's not really that big of a deal, but, you know. I also need more food ration and artillery shell production. It's all slowly coming together. Okay. But, yeah, hold on. So the training cost is actually only 3 destroyers? What the fuck? That's cheap. Like, it produces 3 destroyers per thing, so I only need to run this 8 times. Man, I'm massively over... Whatever. Just whatever. I don't ask questions. I'm trying to think. I should have, like, mines out here somewhere. I can place a lot of miscellaneous industries that I don't need a ton of. Like, say, diesel production here. Because, you know, I have a crap load of crude oil income. So that'll get me like 40-ish diesel. 14-ish diesel needs power, that's fine. Alright. Bam. 14 diesel. It'll be enough to supply. That's actually a good question. How much is that enough to supply? It's not. Alright. So food rations and artillery shells. I know I've got to work on those. But, holy shit, that is a lot of diesel they need. Single enemy Corvette. Unfortunately, whilst I have a crap load of, like, rubber income from the world map, yeah, 320. I absolutely lack any diesel. That said, I ended up with a pretty decent amount of crude, so I'm not too worried. I still have 87 crude oil. I can set up quite a few refineries. And it's just a lot. It's going to stress my... well, I guess that's the thing. I've now kind of unlocked the ability to deal with that, so it's not that big of a deal. So, I have a population of 10k. We need to reach a population of 25,000 for the next year. All things said and done, I've also only got one, like, ideological opponent, which is really cool and useful.
Stand by.
Just reinforce the units. can also be upgraded. But yeah. So there's no depot nearby, so I'll need another depot over here. And hopefully then training can actually begin. Yikes. Okay. Each of these bad boys also takes 450 fucking people. Woof. This is part of why I know I need so many laborers. Like, it's not even to work in the factories, it's to go fight on the fucking front, man. I think it just kind of explodes. Nothing I can do about it. What are we doing? 100, 150. Yeah, still don't have any clothes. Like, we have a shitload of immigration interest. I'm not too worried about it. Pretty clear I need to keep increasing the size of the city. In order to try and keep a handle on it. We have a crap load of immigration interest, so it's not really a big deal. Yes, Gold Coast. We're slowly discovering the world. But yeah, like this fleet is going to be something like, what, 3,100 or something? No, 3,300? Yeah. So, we gotta try and do our best to compensate. I haven't actually explored any of the sea lanes yet, so it's kind of tough to tell. Can I get a, like, is there an upgrade that lets me deploy? No. Alright. Unsurprisingly, there's not really much in the way of defenses in Greenland. Alright, I'm also looking at getting some additional military industry going. Because, would you believe it, I need more artillery shells, I need more rations. It's not really all that shocking. Yeah, I still have crap loads of chemical and lead production, so that's not an issue. 100% taken. This is vegetable and bread, so also taken care of. Cool. Military buildings. It costs a lot of workers and everything, but it gets things started in the right direction. Production resources, that's fine. Oh lord. Almost enough space for that depot. Well, that should catch and fire at this moment. Okay. Public service buildings. Guess I would like one there. And here. Let's try and deal with it, please. God damn it, something exploded. Many things sound like they just exploded. Repair. Alright. Just get dealt with. Alright. Manufacturers don't have enough luxuries. Not super worried about it. I think if anything at this point I really should try and start like just providing clothing. But that'd be it for now. Like thanks to all their services and stuff, they still have very good morale. And is it under public services here? I do now have the record label and radio station, so
What's up, KPFM?
Kaiserpunk FM.
What's up, KPFM?
Yeah, they can get additional bonus for morale, and you guys need a record label. There we are. Additional morale and additional taxes. Not that I really need them. Okay. So I'll check in here. I've got our first Navy ready. Alright. Well, it's been a solid 3 hours. The Empire is really starting to come together. We're ready to go out to sea with our Navy, in theory. And start challenging people. Like I say, in practice, the first person I'm challenging is the Amazonians. Like, the conquest of South America is simple, it's easy. And, well, in comparison to doing anything overseas, it's easy. You know? Overseas operations are a little bit of a nightmare. Yeah. This guy, like, from what we can see of his forces here, yeah, he is still only on tier 1 troops. So, like, me slowly transitioning towards tier 2 is very good. Where's the button? Oh, yeah, no, I guess not all the units are reinforced, maybe? I don't know. Should promote them. But yeah, so as I slowly start to like, get my shit together, get to tier 2, we should be able to defeat the Amazonians. The others, who knows yet. You know? In order to fight the others, I have to figure out trans-oceanic supply lines, which are somewhat difficult. Like, oh boy. They require outposts and shit. So, that's still going to be a little while before I am ready for such an endeavor. Oh. Alright. But yeah. Second day back. Like I say, streams are daily now. I ideally do want to start every day at 3 p.m. Although, until I can finish stabilizing things in my life, you know, we're still kind of in the post-chaos crap of the move. It might be a little bit, you know? But, nonetheless, I endeavor for it. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been your Blaze Kelvin. And if you've been watching on YouTube as well, since I'm finally going to start uploading my VODs, can you fucking believe it? Thank you everyone for watching. I've been your Blaze Kelvin, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night. Oh, that's the wrong one to mute.